Last lesson, give way to the winds. Now, in yoga, how many of you do yoga? Oh, lots of yoga sisters. This book has 7 lessons. I'll tell you more about the system later, but each lesson corresponds with a yoga pose. So guess what give way to the winds is? Shavasana. And many people say this is the most difficult pose because we're to let go of everything. We are not in charge of everything. The universe is a mystery, a great mystery. We are still just on the edge of what we know. And so there are those moments when we really have to let go. When you learn to control a plane, you have to practice stalling the plane, which is a very uncomfortable maneuver where you're flying along and then you raise the nose, keep raising it till it almost looks like a rocket ship. And then when you can barely stand it, the nose falls and the plane stops flying and you see brown ground through the window. Okay, so what do you want to do when the nose is pointed down and you see brown ground? You want to pull back on the controls because you want to go up. But guess what that does? That deepens the stall, and then you might go into a spin. So you have to do what is counterintuitive, which is let go. You have to let go of the controls. And then the plane remembers how to fly. The plane is designed to fly, and you have been pulling on the controls, keeping it from flying. And so when you let go, it can fly again. How many times have we all learned this lesson? And when we let go and give way to the winds, this miracle occurs, doesn't it? And that is just the time when we're thinking we hate not being in control. The last thing we want to do is let go of the last little wisp of control we have. When we let go, we're reconnected with all that is. We really have gone around in a circle, and we're now back in our safe landing space. So that's a little bit about the 7 lessons. And let me just add that the book is a system. So there's a chart, a model in it. And you'll see how each lesson corresponds with a chakra, if you're interested in the energy system, with an archetype, with a color, with a challenge, with a gift, and with a yoga pose. So there are many ways to work this. And I promise you, when you start working with the system, it works you. That's both a promise and a warning. It's kind of like when I was writing lesson number 1 kept popping up all over my universe so that I could work with it. And so that's still happening for me.